Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Return begins inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive. Getting set up. Here's second down. There's the handoff. And it's good for a first down to the 36. Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the catch downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. There's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Again, makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Grab behind the line. It's Payne. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And they grab the early lead. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll run it from the gun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Defense is coming after him. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up the football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
He stopped just short down to the 2, but an excellent run.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they'll set up for the PAT. And he knocks it right through. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Receiver makes the grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Irish. This quarterback on fire today. all-important extra point. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quick throw to the left. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back.
On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
They go backwards on 1st down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Looking to throw. It's Fuentes. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He's got some room and some blockers here. And that's a solid return after the interception.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender who throws the interception.
So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Tough running to avoid a loss. It just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back. He'll take a deep shot. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they get set now to try the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's going to pull it down and run. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter.
of the first quarter. The score, Notre Dame 21, Ohio State 7.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. To throw, it's Fuentes. He's running out of time here. Quarterback looking to scramble. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
Second down after the incompletion. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Good throw to the left. He pulls in the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time, nice throw, and it's a first down.
With sure hands, it's Wood. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm. And
he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. So far in the early going, both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Going to try to use his legs here. And he's shoved out of bounds, but the defense short of the first down marker.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time before he could get out, they keep him to a short gain.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football and to have a quarterback that can drop back and make the throw like this and keep the sticks moving and keep his offense out of harm's way.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And he drops back in the gun. Makes the grab. It's Peen. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Getting set. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Big too far away to trust a field goal attempt. The offense on the field on 4th down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Using his legs on the scramble. Finding some room at the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Fights off a defender. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice game.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes a quick catch. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. Looking for a gap. It's Payne. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Notre Dame lining up now for a 1st and goal. It's QB sneak. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why his team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. You'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. And he's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their 2nd sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Catch hauled in here over the middle. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Dropping back, it's Fuentes. Running out of time in the pocket. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, they roll the dice here, call that play, and it works out. They get points on the board. They cut into the lead. Now you got a ton of momentum going in at halftime to make some adjustments and come out feeling that you can come back and win this game.
PAT is good. They still trail, though. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They bring him down, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 40-yard line. First and 10 now for the offense. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
Buckeyes will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Lets it go as he's being hit. Touchdown, Ohio State. This passing game is still on fire. comes the point after attempt. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Turner trying to create good field position. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. The last drive of the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set to some of those greats.
They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
Picks up 4. Third down coming up.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And the quarterback dropping back. And looking for a big play here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Irish. Has come all the way back to claim the lead. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7. The Buckeyes looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass. It's Fuentes. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He'll take a deep shot here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew him. With anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it, just misses him.
A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looks like he's going to run it. The first down pickup tackled at the 45. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive moving.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
You make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Trying to extend the play. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball's not intercepted.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Looking to chuck it again. Bringing pressure. Eludes the rush. The pass rush closing in. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return. Tackled at the 17, but a big interception for this defense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Second down play coming up. Press coverage now from the secondary. They'll hand it off. He's found some room at the 45. He stopped it at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. This one will be fair caught. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the option play here. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 35, Ohio State 28.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And he lofts one deep over the middle. He's picked for a third time tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
They'll test the right side here. Breaking free at midfield. An explosive play. Big game. Spotted down near the 37.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
That run picks up first down yardage. A fresh set of downs for this offense. Caught in the backfield. It's Payne. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. You can finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
So it's first and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Defense stuffing the runner. They'll still spot it at the 2-yard line. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. And second and goal, they hand it to him again. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Still no answer for this offense.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. State offense comes back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Hey, it's a nice way to start this drive off, but they've got a long way to go to be able to get this ball in the end zone. Then they got to get the ball back and score again. So positive yards, but doing it quickly is key.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? To the air, it's Fuentes. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. First and 10 play coming up.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to throw yet again. They hit him behind the line, and out comes the football. The defense recovers the fumble.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They'll use that running game trying to bleed the clock here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Here's the second down play. Looking for some space. It's Payne. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He pulls it in for a big gain. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line.
Oh, big hookup here. They're forced to throw the ball on third down, and the connection's going to keep this drive alive, and also, more importantly, just keep that clock moving.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
They finally tackle him at the 4. It's a solid gain on the pitch and catch.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
They can put the game away right here. It's first and goal. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Offense looking to throw the ball. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
That's a big sack by this defense here on first down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a first and goal situation.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to pass here on second down. Off target with the throw, incomplete.
Brings up third and goal.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. He'll hand it off. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. No problem. Knocks it right through. and they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here. He's playing for pride at this point. Pressure is coming. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the Staffs a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Buckeyes have first and 10 here. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What have they got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt? There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. The pocket breaking down. And the 2-point conversion is good, cutting the lead down to 9.
No issue here. Quarterback decides to call his own number on the conversion and gets it done.
And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds an open target on the left side. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. The offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
Finding space at the 20. So a big gain there. They finally make the tackle, but that will wrap